here? All right, so welcome. It is time for our Monday training. So every Monday, 4 o'clock, we might actually be moving that to, whoops, where is everybody? Hang on just a minute. I know we've got some people in the waiting room and it's not showing me. It's not letting me let you guys in for some reason. Okay, here we go. Let's get everybody in here. All right, there's Lorene and Sarah and Cynthia. Fantastic. Okay, great, 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 great. Good, good. All right. Hi, Cynthia. You're sideways today. Hi, Kay. Tanya. Hi. Oh my
Hey,
gosh, look at
Ted.
you. Your hair's getting so
Good to
long.
see
That's
you.
awesome. I love
Yeah, that
it.
happens.
I know, right? The hairs just keep going. Hi,
Right.
Kate. Oh, so good to see you. Amazing, amazing. So, welcome everybody. I'm so, so glad to have you guys back with me this Monday. Yeah, go ahead and pop in the chat here where you're from. Sarah, do not do that because you're driving. Do not do that. And if you're watching this in Facebook, go ahead and let me know if you're watching it live with a hashtag live and where you're from. And if you are watching the recording, just put hashtag replay and where you're from because I would love to circle back around, connect with you, make sure that all of your questions are answered if you're not here live in the Zoom room. So, I am super excited. We are going to be talking today about the number one thing that is going to make or break your business this fall. And I know that's kind of like a dramatic, sentence. Oh my God, what's going to make or break my business? But I really, I want to dive into, something that I'm seeing over and over and over again with our clients or even with new people who are asking questions about how to build and grow their business. And they're missing this one piece. And if we don't have this one piece that I'm going to share with you today, it affects everything. It really, really does. It affects whether or not we're going to attract the right clients into our ecosystem. It's going to attract what it is that we know to do to actually support somebody once they do come into our ecosystem. It's going to affect our sales. It's going to affect whether or not we feel, confident in our business. So this is a biggie. It's also something that is going to help us 10x our high staff. Hi, Kike. 10x our opportunities going forward. So this is really, really, really important. So let me just grab my notes because I want to share with you my notes. Okay, great. So welcome. I know you all are here. You are coaches. You are heart-centered leaders. You are building and growing a holistic business, whether it's, as a coach or as a holistic practitioner or in some service way. So I'm really, really glad that you guys are here. So the number one thing that I am seeing and that we are seeing today that is making a huge difference is having a high converting lead magnet or freebie, but not just a lead magnet actually having a process after the first hello, right? So here's the way that the market has changed recently. Um, we know, and you guys have heard me talk, for the past year about the trust recession, but there's something else that is shifting, and that is people want a result quickly in a smaller chunk. Okay. So in the past, some high converting freebies that have worked really, really well for me to the tune of like 70% or more of the people that see it are downloading it have been like starter kits, right? The collaborations made easy starter kit that we had, or the coaching starter kit. And what we're seeing now is that starter kits or something with a lot of information is actually converting a lot less. And here's why. There's a lot of noise out in the online market right now, and people really want simple. They want something that they know that they can get a result quickly, right? And so we want to make sure that whatever you are using to attract people into your ecosystem is talking about what we like to call a micro solution. It is specific. It is designed to help people get results in 15 minutes or less. And look, when I say get results, I know that we can't solve the whole problem in 15 minutes. I get that, but that's not what your lead magnet is for. That's not what your freebie is for. Your freebie It's designed to attract the right client, right? And this is really important. And this is why we want it to be a micro solution so that we're talking the chocolate, not just the broccoli, right? Those of you who've been in my world for a while, I talk about that all the time. Like we need to be speaking the chocolate. Like your clients are asking for something to be solved, and we are sharing, well, this is what I do. And they're like, but I want this problem solved, right? So there's a difference between what they're asking for, and which is the chocolate, and the broccoli, which is I can help you do, this XYZ thing, in coach speak, right? And that's kind of hard to navigate, especially if you're brand new. But having a high converting freebie that solves a specific problem is actually something that is going to help you bring the right client into your ecosystem. So, it's not necessarily about building a bigger list. It's about building a list with the right clients that are coming into your ecosystem, that are looking for the solution that you provide, right? We don't want just anybody downloading this freebie. We want people that are looking for the solution that you specifically can provide. So, and that's really important, because if we go too broad with our freebie, we are going to be kind of like with a wide net. We're going to be bringing people in that aren't the right fit for us, right? If we talk too general, people might be curious or they might be interested, but they're not really looking for, a true solution to the problem. So when we get this dialed in and we get this right, what that means is it's going to bring the right clients into your ecosystem. It's also going to grow your audience with the right clients, right? The people who are actually going to open up your emails, and it gets your email list converting, which is what we want to do, right? We don't want just like a whole bunch of browsers. And look, we're going to have that. A certain percentage are always going to be people that, are, oh, I wonder what this thing is. And then they'll unsubscribe. Totally fine, normal. And that's a good thing. That's a good thing, because it means they are self-selecting out of your ecosystem, which means that your open rates are going to be for the people who you're meant to serve. So that's actually really, really good. So we want to make sure that when we are moving into this fall, that we can fill your pipeline or your ecosystem. I like to call it ecosystem. Pipeline just sounds like so, I don't know, like markety, right? Your ecosystem is really your community, right? And when we are bringing people into our world, our ecosystem is going to be people that are there to learn from you for free, which is great. And it's also going to give people an opportunity to take the next step with you in either a bite-size offer, which we also call trust offers, or one of your other offers. But if we don't have a good lead magnet that is specific, talking to the solution and help them get a result, we're going to lose people. We're going to lose people, right? Because they're going to be like, oh, well, that actually didn't help me at all. So we don't want that. So when we have, all of this dialed in, then this is going to be the difference between spinning our wheels and wondering like, I don't know, where do I find clients, right? Or actually being able to, again, have a system that is going to bring new people into your ecosystem, have a system that is going to connect with them, welcome them. And also another component of this is inviting them into a bite-sized offer or a trust offer so that they can get an experience with you, low risk, low risk, right? So we don't want people, we don't want to be offering people from our lead magnet into our high ticket offers. Okay, let me just say that because it's too soon. It's a premature marriage proposal, right? So we want to make sure that we are connecting and nurturing them, and then giving them an opportunity to work with you in a easy yes offer so that they can dip their toe in the water, have an experience with you, see if you're the person for them. And sometimes we just tuck them in and we love on them because they're not ready to do anything yet, and that's okay. Sometimes we invite them into our Facebook group so that they can get more. Like you guys are here getting more. This is like free value, right? Helping you kind of uncover where some of the sticking points are right now in building and growing your business. And sometimes, they are absolutely ready to say yes and hop in with you at that trust offer. And then also what you're doing when you've got this beautiful trust offer is you're building what we call as an inner buyers list. an enter buyers list, which is really, really important because anytime anybody buys anything with you, even if it's a $7 offer, they are 400 times more likely to work with you in your mid-ticket or your high-ticket offer. 400 times more likely. Okay. So it's important that we don't wait to just do a big launch, which you guys know I love to do nurture events. I love to teach. I love multi-day events. I still do them. I will still do them, every quarter. As a matter of fact, we're going to do something coming up in September that I'm super excited about. But we don't want to wait to have people hear that before they can actually get some value from you. Okay. So um, your lead magnet is not just a freebie. It's not just a freebie, it's a first impression. It's a first impression. So if you are helping them create or take action in 15 minutes or less, and they feel like they're getting a win, that's amazing. Like that is what we want to do. So our high converting freebie, we want to help them create a win quickly before we ask them to buy. Before we ask them to buy. So again, they're going to download the freebie. We're going to, help them to create a win in the course of our welcome sequence, right? Once they get a win, then they are going to be more apt to open up, any of our emails where we're saying, hey, if you're ready to implement what it is, if you're ready to go deeper, if you're ready for the next step, right, then we can give them that little bite-size offer where they can just kind of dip their toe in the water. And when I say bite-size offer, we're talking about like $100 or under. $100 or under. So for those of you that are like, well, I don't know what a bite-size offer is and how do I price it? We've got you. We've got you. We're gonna help you with that too. So the right lead magnet can turn strangers into potential clients, into potential buyers, into actually paying clients. The wrong lead magnet will attract browsers. They're not ready to do anything with it. They're not buyers, and they leave your inbox early, right? So this is important. And I love having, a high converting lead magnet for another reason. And this is for my own personal, this is for my business brain. But if my lead magnet is not converting, and when I say converting, I mean that out of 100 people that see it, we want 50, 60, 70% to give us their name and email address and opt in, right? If it's not converting at that level, that tells me something really, really important. It tells me either it's not getting in front of the right client, or I'm not solving the right problem, or maybe I'm talking broccoli and not chocolate, right? But it's only a few things, which is actually really, really good. So your lead magnet is also going to help you uncover, our messaging. Is our messaging on point? Are we solving the problem that our ideal client wants? And is it getting in front of the right person, right? Because if it's not getting in front of the right person, it doesn't matter how amazing it is, right? It's not going to convert at all. Okay, so I want you to pop in the chat for me if you already have a lead magnet. What have you offered in the past? If you, or have you, do you have a freebie that you've offered in the past or you've considered offering? And if so, who did it attract? Who did it attract? Who it attracted? And whether or not they became paying clients or not. Whether or not they became paying clients or not. And, if you don't know, that's okay too. I get it. It just means that we want to really, make sure that we have a system for you to uncover who are these people that are downloading your lead magnet and what do you do with them after the first hello, right? What do you do with them after the first hello? Because you can have a good lead magnet, but if you're not doing anything with the people once they come into your ecosystem, you're not going to be able to convert them into buyers, right? So we really want to make sure that you can uncover, okay, these are the people who downloaded it, right? We want to know, who did they download? Who downloaded your freebie? God, my tongue is not working today. It must be a Monday. All right, so let's take a look at some other ways that we can, uncover whether or not your lead magnet is going to make or break your business. Okay. So number one, your lead magnet, your high converting freebie can make you visible or it can keep you invisible. Okay. So if it doesn't solve a burning problem, it's going to get ignored, right? If it solves the one urgent problem, and we really are dialing in on one, like the power of one is really, really important here. Because remember, this is just a taster, right? This is a way for people to raise their hand and say, yep, I want a solution to that problem. Yep, I want this enough to give you my name and email address so that I can download it and take a look at it and take the action, right? So it's either going to help you be visible or invisible. And this is, we don't want to be invisible, right? Why? Because visibility is your currency these days. There's a lot of people doing a lot of things. There's a lot of coaches. There's a lot of coaches in everything, right? So we want to make sure that you are visible, because when you get this in front of the right client, that is really important, because again, wrong client is not a buyer. The second thing is that your freebie, your high converting freebie, can either build trust or you can lose credibility, right? So if we just throw stuff together that's, again, not solving their problem and not helping them get a win or get a result quickly, they're going to be like, oh yeah, that was just nonsense, right? Unsubscribe, right? Yeah, Jessica, I'm not going to answer questions right now, but I will, circle back around to the end, okay? So it has to be a tangible, fast result, and we want to keep it simple and transformative, right? I don't know about you, but I've downloaded some pretty crappy freebies, and some of them have come from from pretty like impressive names out there, and I'm like, well, that actually didn't help me at all. Like that was shit. So we don't want to do that, right? We want to make sure that when we're clear, when we're specific, when we're focused, when we're, diving into the power of one, it's actually going to help them in some way, shape, or form. It can also fill your inbox, or it can leave you guessing, right? List building alone doesn't work, right? Without a follow-up system, leads are just going to sit idle in your, email marketing system, and they can't, if they are just sitting idle, they can't become clients. Okay, so we do want to have, as part of our high converting, high value freebie, we want to have a simple nurture flow, which means that it can be, value, where that we are leading with value. So after they download it and after they get a result, we want to make sure that there is a nurture sequence that is continuing to support them and continue to give them value, right? It doesn't have to be 10 emails. It could be as simple as 3, right? And then we also want to make sure that we are helping to accelerate the sales. So it can either help you bring new people and new buyers and help you create an inner buyers list, or it can totally stall your revenue, right? So when we have an aligned lead magnet, it becomes a natural bridge, right? So they go through this beautiful, nurture sequence, and then we invite them to take that next step, right? Into the easy yes offer, whatever that is. Okay. So um, it can accelerate our sales. We can bring new leads in, start creating the inner buyers list. And here's why the inner buyers list is really, really important. I already shared earlier that they're 400 times more likely to continue to work with you, right? So when they have that experience and they get a win at an amazing price, like, holy cow, I can't believe I only spent $97 on this and I walked away with all this value. And oh my gosh, like, they are going to want to continue to work with you, right? Same thing with our lead magnet. If they're walking away going, oh my gosh, holy cow, like, this makes so much sense now. And, I want to see what else this person has. If she's giving me this for free, how else, like, they're going to be willing to step in to a bite-sized offer that, again, is low risk. So again, people are very risk averse. We all are, right? Like, we don't want to spend money on something that we don't think is going to work, right? And so we need to be able to guide somebody from being a stranger to nurturing them, to giving them value, and then giving them an opportunity to take a low risk, right? And, $97 or under is low risk. It's something that people don't have to, call home about. Right, typically, right? Can I spend $97 or $47 or whatever it is, right? We want it to be something that is going to be an easy yes for them, so that they walk away with a huge disparity between the value that they get from you and the price that they paid you. right? So there is going to be a gap there between the value that they get in that bite size offer, trust offer, and the price that they're paying. We want them to walk away going, that was the best money that I spent. Like this really helped me move the needle forward. Okay. And then the last thing that I want to share today is that it can, again, help you scale your impact, or it can totally keep you stuck. It can scale your impact or totally keep you stuck. Now, earlier I shared that it was going to help you 10x your opportunities. In today's world, you must have an email list. You must have it. It's the only thing you own. It's the only thing that you own. You don't own Facebook, you don't own Instagram, you don't own Pinterest. If you do not have an email list, you basically don't own the context and the people that you're connecting with. Okay? So you have to have a list that you own, number one. Number two, if you don't have a high converting lead magnet, you don't have anything to share to get in front of your ideal client, whether that is being a guest on a podcast or which again, if you're a guest on a podcast somewhere, you're going to share your high converting lead magnet on that, right? Your guest is going to say, hey, tell me what do you got to give to our audience, right? So I have used my high converting freebie as a giveaway for a podcast, as a giveaway for a bundle, as a giveaway to go into somebody else's Facebook group to give value and to serve and to share and to give people away that they can make an easy yes before they even buy, right? If you don't have this, this is going to, how else are you going to actually bring people into your ecosystem? How are you going to actually help them raise their hand? How are you going to know who to reach out to? How are you going to know who to follow up with? Like people could see your podcast and you would like never know who saw your podcast and that name is gone, right? So it's not just a nice to have these days. It is one of the most important foundations that you need to have in order to build and grow your business, not just short term, but long term as well. So, that's why I am emphatic about this absolutely can make or break your business going forward this fall. If you don't have something that is solving a problem that is going to help you attract somebody into your ecosystem and give them value and that process that follows them as well from stranger to warm to giving them that next step, that's critical. Like we have to do that. So I want you guys to think about one, and this is kind of like to help you get results on this call. Like I threw a lot of information at you. By the way, for those of you that are inside the Success Studio or Activate Abundance Academy as an annual member, we are actually going to be building out your high converting freebie with you, as well as the emails, as well as the sales emails, as well as helping you create a bite-size offer. And we are going to help get your high value, high converting freebie in front of 50 plus audiences that you have not had an opportunity to get in front of. Because everybody who participates in our September event, it's called the Lead Magnet That Monetizes. It's a 30-day sprint. We're going to get really, really specific. I am there with you. I'm going to help you create your solution. Like what is the one idea that we're going to walk away from so that we can make this happen for you? We're going to give you all of the emails so that you can edit them in your own voice for the welcome emails. We're going to help you create your bite-sized offers so that we can then invite them in another set of emails that you will get. You will also get the workbook that you can use. Again, this is a workbook template inside of Canva that I use for all of my freebies. Like I literally am giving you guys my stuff. I'm giving you my email nurture sequence. I'm giving you my email, again, sales sequence that invites people to take that next step. Oh, you're welcome. Absolutely. And then with this bundle, it's like, well, how am I going to get you in front of 50 audiences? And I asked myself that. I'm like, all right, how can I guarantee that the people who decide to go through this program with me are guaranteed to bring new people into their ecosystem? And I said, the only way that I could guarantee it is if I do it. Only way, right? So I'm building out the everything. Like I am building out the landing page, the emails, the graphics, the everything. So once your freebie is done at the end of September, October 1st, you guys are gonna give them all to me. I'm putting all of the back end stuff together. You guys will have the emails that you can copy and paste in your email audience, the socials that you can share in your socials, all of the copy, all of the links. and everybody just blasts it out to all of their emails, right? To their list, which means, again, that everybody that participates is guaranteed to get their freebie in front of multiple audiences. So we already have about, let's see, we've got about 30 people inside the Success Studio. We've got another 20 inside of our Activate Abundance Academy. So already we've got 40 people that are getting this opportunity that are going to take advantage of it. So the more the merrier with this, right? Because it just means that you get in front of audiences that you currently don't have, access to right now. And that's the other thing, right? There's some things that we do to create visibility and attract new people into our ecosystem. But the other thing is we have to leverage other people's audiences, right? And when we're really, really clear with your freebie, while not everybody in my audience is going to download everybody's freebie because it's going to my list too, I'm getting you all in front of everybody that I've got as well. When we're clear and specific about what you do, the right person that sees that is going to download it, right? Which means that you are going to be getting in front of other people's audiences. And surely there are people in their audience that want what it is that you have, right? And again, we're going to make it specific. Okay. So I am going to share with you just the information page, and look, you guys can take a look at it. There is absolutely no pressure ever. For me, you are more than welcome to hang out with me here inside the Facebook group and come to these live trainings. But if you know that you have got a freebie that is not converting, or it's been, just collecting dust on the sidelines, and it's not, or you're not sure about, my mouse is not working. Excuse me. Just had to bang it on the desk for a minute to get it to move. I'm like, why are you not moving? This is for everybody at any stage of their business, right? So this is not just, only for newbies. This is for everybody. Even if you have a business right now, I really want to make sure that you've got a freebie that's doing its job in today's market, right? So not just an old one that you've used that used to convert, but one that is actually converting today, and solving a problem that is very, very specific. So let me pop back in here in Zoom. I'm just going to pop this in the chat for you guys so that you guys can take a look of the information page. Okay. So this is called the 30-day lead magnet that monetizes. Again, because it's not just a freebie, like it wouldn't, I don't know what is going on with my internet, but I know I'm like stopping and starting. I feel like a robot. I don't know what the heck is happening. Steph, you're going to have to get in here with the Zoom. By the way, Steph is our tech coach, and she's like, she's going to have to help me figure out why this is happening. Oh, good. I sound fine. But the video is laggy. Yeah, I don't know what's happening. Maybe they're doing some work in my neighborhood. Who knows? Anyways, just go to show that you just, like, it happens to the best of us, right? All right. So we want to make sure that the lead magnet is solving a specific problem, and that it is absolutely attracting the right client. So lead magnet that monetizes is going to do that. And we're also going to, again, build out the nurture sequence so that they're still getting value, and also give you the sales sequence, which is going to help somebody take the next step at an easiest price so that they start getting value, right? And then that is going to be your opportunity to then invite them, again, create that inner buyers list and invite them to take that next step with you. Okay, so you've got the information page there. You are more than welcome to take a look at it. There are two ways that you can join me in this. One way is if you are an annual member inside of the Success Studio. We're gifting you that for free. So hallelujah. If you've paid for the annual membership, you're getting it for free. And there's still time to join the Success Studio if you want the annual membership. And the other way is that you are inside of Activate Abundance Academy. And that means that you are also going to be getting this as a gift. Okay. The investment, if you are not in either one of these and you don't want to be in either one of these, totally fine. You're just like, hey, I just want to like do the 30-day thing. It's $497. It is not a deal breaker, and you're going to use this over and over and over and over and over again. Okay. So after the 30 days, not only are you going to get new leads coming into your ecosystem, but you now have a lead magnet and an entire system that you can use on repeat wherever it is that you are, right? And we will also be sharing ways that you can organically share your freebie once it's all done outside of the lead magnet bundle, right? So again, we're going to do the bundle for you. So we're going to get you in front of other people's audiences, but I'm also going to teach you what to do with it organically without having to pay for ads or, spend all day on social media, where to share it and how to actually make that attractive and visible, right? It's got to be visible. If it's not visible, no one knows about it, right? So we're also going to share with you on that. Am I sharing my screen? I did not mean to share my screen.
You're not.
Okay. Okay, good. I'm like, oh no, what am I sharing? What am I sharing? Yeah, no, no. If you guys want the info, again, just go to the information page. You can take a look at it. We're also sharing with you, again, all of the templates, all of the emails, everything that you need to actually make this happen. Plus, again, live calls with me. So 4 live calls over the course of 30 days. We also are going to have a special Mighty Networks group, which is a app off Facebook, off Instagram, off anywhere else. It is private. And there's going to be an Ask Me Anything page there. So as you go, you can ask me anything any day. So you're not going to be like, oh shit, I have to wait until next week. No, you don't. Go to the Ask Me Anything page and I can actually help you collapse that timeline quickly because my my mission is to make sure that you get results with this, right? If you don't get results, then that means that I'm not a great coach. And that means that, you are absolutely like going to be struggling with your business. And I don't want that. Like my whole mission is to help my people get results. And so I am committed to doing and giving all of the things that I could possibly do and give to you to make it happen. You just got to show up and do them. And I will be there to support you along the way. So let's also, I want you to think about what is one solution, just one solution that people are asking you for. Okay. We want it to, and again, this is something that is that we could actually help them solve in 15 minutes or less. So, is there a problem that your ideal client is coming to you that you hear over and over and over again? Right. And they're like, I'm stuck here. Like I don't have this piece, or it could be a mistake that they're making. So, often it's either lack of information or they're doing the wrong thing in the wrong order. Um, so I want you to think about that for just, a few moments because this is going to help you shift your brain from being all over and being too general into what is one piece of the 1,000-piece puzzle that I know my people are asking for, that I could help them get a starting point and to create a win in 15 minutes or less, right? 15 minutes or less. Because look, nobody wants to go through 20 steps too. Nobody wants to take an entire hour, right? That we want, like, again, people want results. And actually saving time and getting results quickly is one of the 5 big reasons why people invest. So it's also going to be one of the 5 big reasons why they're going to download your freebie, right? You're welcome, Kiki. No problem. Yeah, and we will have this replay in the Facebook group. I mean, it's already streaming there now, but it'll be there for another 30 days. So again, if you are specific enough, it is absolutely going to help your person, again, get that result quickly because we know that saving time is important to people. Not only do they want to save time, but they also want to get a result quickly. So, how can you collapse the timeline for them once they download your freebie? What do we need to do to make it into a bite sized chunk so they'll actually take the action to get the result, right? Because if it's too complicated, even if it's an amazing idea, if they don't take the action and if they don't get the result, it doesn't matter, right? They're still going to be like, yeah, right? We don't want this freebie to just sit on a desktop, right? And, this is one of the reasons why is because we want to make sure that if they take the action and if they get a result, guess who they're looking at? When they take the action and they get the result, you become higher in your credibility, higher in your authority. They're going to hang out in your world more, right? And the right person is going to absolutely take that next step to, want that bite-sized offer so that they can walk away with the result with you, right? Yeah. So who has a freebie? I want to know, like, who has a high converting freebie and when I say high converting, it is converting at 50, 60, 70% or higher. Cynthia, I know you popped in there that you didn't have one yet. Yeah. Tanya, no. Okay. Steph, how about you?
I have freebies that people love. I have one that but my issue is that they're not necessarily always converting because I forget the follow-up part.
Ah, yes,
Like
right?
they're on my list, and honestly, they do open all my emails. Like these
Yeah.
people are opening all my emails, and
Mhm.
but I don't necessarily know who they are on Facebook. I might just have their email. I'm not sure how to get in touch with them, and then I get stuck
Yeah.
in that like, well, how do I reach out to this person? And then
Yeah.
I
Yeah, absolutely. Look, we're giving you all the messaging templates for that too. Like, all right, what do I do? Like, I got this list of people. What do I do with them? Right. So that they're not just sitting in your email list. Because if they just sit in the email, and even if they're opening your emails, right, if they are not converting to buyers, that's not going to help your business grow. Right. So, and Steph, I'm so glad that you said that because a lot of time, and again, it depends on where you are in your business. If you're brand spanking new, yeah, we need to build your list, but we want to build it with the right client. If you've been in business for a while, then it's not necessarily about building a larger list. It's about making sure that it is actually converting, right?
yeah.
You want to make sure that it's actually doing something for you, not just having a whole bunch of names hanging out on a list. Okay, Jessica. Yay! Oh, fantastic. Tanya, I'm so excited. I can't wait to see that. Jessica says, I have nothing. I'd be a guinea pig. Okay, yes. So I told you on the call today that I was going to walk you through the process. And so, Jess, if you want to go ahead and come off mute today, since she just raised her hand, and I'm gonna coach her so that you can see what are some of the questions that I'm going to ask her, so that we can uncover what is a specific solution that her people need, and present it in a chocolate. Yeah. So, Jess, what is one simple problem that you can solve and give somebody a solution in 15 minutes or less?
Well, I can help them find their breath for singing.
Mm-hmm. Okay, great. And what's the value of that?
One lesson.
That's to its
Most
yes.
people I can teach within a lesson, I can get them to consistently get their breath where it needs to be to produce vocal sound well.
Okay, just there you go, to sound well, right? Okay, so the value here is not just finding their breath, but it
Right.
is finding their breath so that they can use their voice to sound well, right? So
Sound better,
yeah,
carry
to
longer phrases, all of it.
Mhm. Yeah. So that is ultimately the solution that they're looking for, right? It's not just like for you guys, like it's not just creating a freebie. Like what's that going to do? I want you to monetize it. I want you to have a system that you are clear on. So just with yours, we want to make sure that finding the breath, and again, we're going to also call it something different
Right.
because they're again, that's the broccoli. That's the broccoli. Finding the breath is the broccoli. That's what we know that they need, right? But what they're asking for is how can I sound better? How can my voice sound better or louder or whatever it is that they want, right?
Yes.
Does that
Yes.
make
Yes. Yes.
sense?
Yeah, I'm
Mm-hmm.
nodding. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, 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 you're good. I just wanted to ask. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
it does. It makes a lot of sense.
yeah, so that way we're actually speaking the chocolate. So what I would do if I was you is I would go back to any conversations that I've had with any
Mhm.
past clients, current clients, past conversations, and find out specifically what is it that they want to do better with their
Yeah.
voice,
Well,
right?
I've done some of that. I started kind of like looking at like Reddit and looking in the
Mhm.
Facebook groups and things for like questions people ask about singing, like what comes up a lot.
Mhm.
And one of them is definitely breath management. So that's why I feel like that's a good one to start
Mhm.
with, because there's
Mhm.
so many aspects of the voice, not just sounding better, are connected to your breath.
Mhm.
So it's like when you
Yeah.
fix that, so many other things just get easy.
Yeah. Beautiful. That's a domino. Again, we just want to call it something different because they don't understand. Like, we don't want to say how to find your breath because that's not talking to the old, what's underneath that. Like, why do they want to find their breath? They want to find their breath so that they can what?
Sorry, someone sent a question. I was reading it and you said, what can they what?
So, what do they get when they find their breath more effectively?
Oh, they get louder, they get stronger, they get less airy, they get everything.
Yeah.
Everything
Yeah,
improves.
exactly. So what I want you to do is to find out what are their words, right? They're probably, and again, even though I know that you go to some of the Reddit things, which is a great
Yeah,
place to start, I really want you to talk to people, like
right.
actually,
And
you
I
know,
do that.
say, what
And
is it that they want? Like, what are your students actually wanting? And then you're like, oh, well, again, then you're going to say, well, I'm going to help you find your breath, right? Which is great. And again, it's a domino because it's going to lead to the other things. But we
right,
want to make sure that, again, we're speaking the chocolate, not the broccoli. Helping them find their breath is the broccoli. We know they need it. They might
right.
even know that they need it, but you
It's
know,
not sexy.
it's not, well, it doesn't, and it doesn't have to be sexy, but it has to talk to what is the ultimate outcome,
Right.
right?
The
What is,
ultimate outcome is singing better.
yeah, there you go. Yep. Yeah.
Right.
So a title around that could be, the one main skill to help you
Mhm.
sing better or louder or clearer or whatever. Yeah. Command the
Mhm.
room with your voice. Beautiful. Love that, Tanya.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Yes, because Tanya asked about speaking and singing, and I do both.
Yeah.
I have obviously education, whatever, on how to use the voice, but,
Mhm.
and interestingly enough, confidence is a huge part of
Mhm.
what I'm working with also, because so many singers have got the training, but they don't have the confidence, or they don't have the thing inside that makes it okay to get up in front of other people and
Mhm.
just be vulnerable.
Right.
And it's so, oh, hey, Tanya. And it is difficult for someone who really has a fear or
Yeah.
something to get past that. Like I did. Like I had stage fright really bad, really,
Mhm.
really bad, but I wanted to sing. And it was like, why is my body betraying me when I know what
Yeah.
I do, but it
Yeah.
would just take over. So
Yeah,
these
so
are the
that would
things
be a
that I learned.
separate one. That would be a
Yeah.
separate freebie, which is also good. So this is great. Like now you've got kind of two ideas. How to get over stage. Three things. And again, we want to keep it simple. We don't want to give
Mm-hmm.
people the 62 ways to get over stage fright. They're going to be like, no, thank you. The three best ways, or the one best way, or the whatever. Again, something that they can do quickly in 15 minutes or less, that will help you get over stage fright and feel more confident. Yeah, now
Yeah,
now I
that's
know what's in it
hard.
for me.
That's the other thing that Tanya can probably attest to that, is that, yeah, everybody wants faster solutions. Um, but the thing is with singing and with trauma, fast doesn't really fix the problem.
Yeah, but you're confusing what we do when they're working with us inside of a program versus a freebie. And like I said in the beginning, there's no way that we can fix the entire problem in 15 minutes. It's not possible. Like I can't help you build a six-figure business in 15 minutes. Can't do it. Sorry. But I can help you uncover, a high converting freebie title in 15 minutes
So
or
like
less.
the one thing you need to start singing better right now, like watch this video and then do it and you will sing better.
Yeah, sure. Hmm.
That
Yeah, totally.
that's
Yeah,
a
again,
title that's good. The one thing you need to sing better, to start singing better right now.
yep,
That's a good title.
exactly. Yep, exactly. Yep. So it's going to help them get a result in 15 minutes or less. Perfect. Yeah. And we're not saying, how to find your breath, which is kind of even if you're giving them that and helping them find their breath, like we know they need to eat broccoli. We're going to give them the broccoli, but we have to lead with that carrot of, but what is the what is it that they really want? What is the final outcome that they really want?
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I had been starting with this paper that I wrote, which
Mhm.
basically breaks down how the vocal instrument even works.
Oh, good Lord.
Right.
No, you don't want
So
that.
so I knew that. That was going to be way too much.
Yeah.
So then I plugged it into ChatGPT and I said, "Can you break this down into layman's terms so that I'm not over speaking above everyone's heads?" And what ChatGPT spat out was wrong.
Yes. Yes. Oh my God. Right. You're like, wait, what?
Wrong.
No,
I was
that's
like,
not
that's
right.
not what my paper said.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I was like, oh, I'm gonna have to do it myself. I'm
Yeah.
gonna have to figure
Yeah.
out how to take the clinician stuff out.
You know what,
The
Jessica? I want you to like take that whole thing and just put it to the side
Yeah.
and
No, I'm
just
gonna do this instead.
yeah, exactly.
Right.
But that big, the whole, clinician piece of it, we can absolutely break that down into smaller things and we can use it inside of a paid program when you're actually teaching them. Like once they're like,
Right.
all right, this is why you need to learn this, right? Like in
Right.
session, right? So there's a place for it. It's just not in a freebie. It's
Right.
too much information, right? It's just not in our freebie. So again, even last year, people were downloading like the entire kit. Like I went the whole starter kit. And now people are like swimming in doubt and fear and they're stuck and they're overwhelmed and there's too much information, right? And so they don't
That's
want that
right.
anymore. They want simple, they want quick, they want connection. And that's the way, that we can do that for sure.
Right.
Yeah, cool. All right, ladies.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you for letting me use you as a guinea pig for sure. Does anybody have questions that I could help them with in like the next 5 minutes or so before we pop off for today? Because my laggy video is making me a bit crazy. I'm like, oh my God, what is happening here? I even shut down some things. I'm like, what is
So I
happening?
got one for you.
Yeah.
So all of this you send to your email list. What happens if you don't yet have a robust email list? How do you get that out there? Is it just all social media or do you have other ideas?
Yeah. So with your high converting freebie, we are going to help you. Again, that is going to build your email list, right? So you're not necessarily sending your freebie to your email list, although you could, right? It would absolutely like if you want to, solve something, you could, but they're already on your email list, right? So once they do, is your question how to build your list or what to do once they come in?
I guess it's how to build it, and how the high converting freebie,
Hmm.
if you're gonna get it in front of people, but your
Yeah.
list ain't it because your list doesn't have a life yet.
Yeah. No, no,
Where do
no.
you put it? Is it all social media or?
There's multiple places. There's actually, as a matter of fact, let me go grab this document. This will be super helpful for you, Tanya. It's
You're
25
so awesome.
organic and evergreen ways to share your freebie, or 25 organic and evergreen ways. So let me find this for you. And I'll pop it here. So yeah, it's kind of like, well, how am I going to do this if I don't have a list? Your freebie is how you do it, right? So the freebie is how we actually, bring them onto our list. And then once they're on our list, then we want to have that way that we can actually support them to continue to again, get value and to connect with you. So you don't need a big list in order to have a freebie. Sorry, guys, I'm just trying to find this one here. You don't need a big list in order to get your high converting freebie to actually work. We need a freebie first to actually build your list. All right, where is this? There it is. All right, so here we go. The freebie, and this is actually a freebie. So, that I used, which was 25 organic and evergreen ways to share your freebie, right? So there's a lot
Oh,
of different
awesome.
ways that
Thank
we
you.
share it. Some ways are on social media, but there's a lot of ways that we can share it, right? Like being a guest on a podcast, being a guest inside of somebody's Facebook group, where maybe you're sharing something that you do with, a collaborator. You can even do email freebie swaps with somebody, where you share theirs to your list, and then they share and vice versa. I'm just going to say vice versa because I don't know what I said the first time. But there's a lot of ways that you can share it, you know, to, again, to get it in front of the right people to build your list. You know, and one of the things that we're doing inside of the lead magnet that monetizes is actually doing the bundle. Absolutely, Cynthia. Happy to share that with you. Yeah. So the bundle is a way where we are leveraging other people's audiences. And there's also bundles online, right? So maybe you participate in this one, but there are a lot of other people who host and run bundles where you can get your freebie inside of the bundle for free. You don't have to pay to be a part of this. It's a matter of, you know, doing a little you know, research, or, you know, inside of my programs, I share anytime the people that I work with, that I share my bundles in, they keep me on their email list and they let me know when they've got new bundles coming up. And so then I share that to my people. I'm like, all right, you know, for those of you that are working with, you know, busy moms, this is a great bundle for you. For those of you that, you know, want whatever it is that you do, like I know I will share, you know, all of that so that you can then get your bundle in front of new audiences for sure. Yeah. So again, the new audiences is going to help us grow our list. And then the organic and evergreen ways has got some collaboration things on there too, to share our freebie. I do mine in so many different ways. Like it's on my Facebook page, it's on my email list, or my email signature. It's in my bio. You know, there's a lot of ways that you can easily share it without feeling like you are, you know, banging people over the head with get my freebie, get my freebie, get my freebie. Yeah, cool. Great question. Did that answer your question, Tanya, or did I
It
miss
did,
something?
thank you.
Okay, good. Awesome. All right, everybody, we're going to pop off for today. And again, it is recording in Zoom. It's recording in Zoom, and it's also streaming to Facebook. That might also be why the lag. But we will make sure that if you guys have any questions, for those of you that are in the Facebook group, go ahead and feel free to, you know, pop them in there and ask. And again, come join me if you're not in one of the programs and you want to join me inside of the Lead Magnet That Monetizes program. It's only $497. If you decide to join the Success Studio, the annual investment for that is $997, but you have a whole year of support. So it is live coaching calls once a month with Q&A calls. It's also a live training once a month, and it is access to courses as well as materials and just a plethora of information to meet you so that you can go at your own pace. Like it's not a program. We're not going to be like, okay, you know, start here. Like I will hop on a call with you if you want to join the Success Studio to guide you where to start, depending on what it is that you want to create in the next 30 days. Okay, but it is a combination of a membership and live coaching, because you get me twice a month. And also we have a co-working session. We also have a Money Networks community where you can ask me anything in there as well. So whatever you want to do is great. We just want to make sure that we get this dialed in for you so that when we hit October, November, December, that's Q4, that is huge. Like that, especially in the coaching world, you can make up, you know, your entire year in Q4. Okay. So I want to make sure that you guys are able to have something that you can use to actually start monetizing and serving and bringing on paying clients. Okay. That's why I picked this time period. August, you know, we're still kind of recovering, right? Kids are going back to school. We're like, oh my gosh, it's so hot, right? September, we're going to get it all built out for you. And October, we're going to, you know, again, share the bundle. You're going to have people coming in. We're going to teach you what to do once they come in. And then you've got it to use over time, right? October, November, December, with all the things. All right. Woo! All right. I am going to pop off. You guys feel free to reach out, DM me if you have any questions. Again, the link is inside of the Zoom chat, and I will come back into the Facebook group and share that link with you too. All right. Bye, ladies.